What tips can you give agents as far as getting approval from the banks?
Getting approval from the banks? Short of coercion? Getting the bank to approve. Well, obviously, you have to start to look at this a little bit differently. The banks, their focus is not, oh, you're selling a house. Oh, well, it's all tore up, or it's this, or it won't appraise for that, or it won't appraise for this. You have to understand the bank's primary focus on this is they are settling a debt. That's all they care about. They're settling a debt. And that's where their focus lies. And once you understand that that's where their focus lies, then you can approach as you're negotiating. I know it's very frustrating when you talk with some negotiators who you perceive to be completely dispassionate about your sale. I mean, you just don't understand. And well, you know, they've just spoken with 100 agents about their sale. So, I mean, you'd become dispassionate too after a while if you hear this over and over and over and over and over again. You want to make sure that the negotiator is your friend. And trust me, there are times where, you know, I never had gray in my beard before I started doing short sales. Seriously. You want to reach through the phone and you want to throttle somebody because they just don't seem to get it. Well, they get it. Their guidelines say that this is what they have to get. And that's what they have to get. So diplomacy, obviously, in working with the negotiator, you want to make sure that you establish a good rapport with your negotiator. Sometimes you'll run across negotiators who appear to be arrogant or appear to be unreasonable, and you know, if cooler heads can't prevail, then go to a supervisor. Try to take it to the next level of somebody that can. I think, you know, one of the greatest stories that I've heard about how far an agent has gone to try to get something to go on a short sale that she felt needed to happen and just wasn't happening is my friend Colleen, who you wrote to the state senator and to Obama. It's like, what's going on here? I mean, you get that embroiled sometimes in this, and you just can't understand why these people don't see it your way. You hit very well on it with the pricing on it. That's what they're looking at. They've got a little box where the investors, because it's not the negotiators who really are saying yay or nay. Their job is to collect all the information, process it all, get the BPOs done, get everything packaged so they can send it to the investor. And the investors are the one that are going to say yeah or no. And sometimes you may have 4 investors on it, 3 go, yeah, we'll do this, and the 4th goes, yeah, I'll do this, but I want this, and this as well. So now you got to go back and make sure that this, and this as well happens. But if you have pegged the market value really close, and I mean you really got to peg it close and come very close within that. I mean, understand, you know, you can still negotiate the offer with the buyer as the listing agent because the seller still owns the property. They have the right to counter back. You know, you just don't have to take whatever comes in just for the sake of, you know, putting it in there. You've got to become really honed in on what the market value is and try to show that you are trying to get the best offer for the seller and for the bank. Keeping a buyer engaged, well, that's a whole nother, you know, that's a whole nother story. Aside from shackles, I don't know how to do it.